Okay, now the center is h minus 3, and the radius is root 12. And then the perpendicular distance between that line and the center is 5. Work out two values of h. So that using the perpendicular distance formula on the line x minus 4y plus 7 equals 0. So that's absolute h plus 12 plus 7 over root 1 squared plus 4 squared. That's 17. That should equal 5. So you get h plus 19 over root 17. That's equal to 5. So h plus 19 equals plus or minus 5 root 17. So h equals minus 19 plus or minus 5 root 17. And then in the next part here, we have 3 points on the circle. To try and figure out the equation of the circle. We also know that the radius is root 20. So the first thing we'll exploit is the fact that these line up. That's a distance of 8. So here, I know the center will be on this line. That's the line y equals minus 1. So the center somewhere here. I don't know, we'll call it h minus 1. Okay. So two equations really. The distance here to here, this distance has to equal this distance. And likewise, this distance here has to equal this distance as well. So using the distance formula now, a minus h squared plus 3 minus 1 squared is 4 squared, that's 16. A minus h squared plus, yeah, and then between this one equals 8 minus h squared plus 1 minus 1 is 4. So I have a minus h squared minus 8 minus h squared equals minus 12. That's one equation. And then now I need to form another one. Which one will I go with? The same again, but with the blue one maybe. So a minus h squared plus 16. That's here to here. That should equal then this distance here to here. It's h minus a squared plus minus 1 minus, okay, that's 16. Minus 1 minus 5 is 4. Now that's good because it cancels those, which I think is nice. So a minus h squared equals h minus a squared. That's no good. Can't use that formula. So I'll have to go with this one and this one. So that will be h minus a, I'll do it the other way around. A minus h squared plus minus 5 minus 1 squared, that's 16, equals, and then this one here. Oh, you know what? I haven't used the fact that that distance is equal to the radius, which is root 20. So that should equal 20 then. Okay, that's good actually, because then I get a minus h squared equals 4. I can sub that back in there, and I get 20. The 4's cancel, and I get 8 minus h squared. That 4 and that 4 cancels, equals 16. So that means 8 minus h equals plus or minus 4. So that means h equals 8 plus or minus 4. So it's obviously on the right. So that means h is 12. I can sub that in to get the a. So I have a minus 12 squared equals 4. So that means a minus 12 equals plus or minus 2. So a equals 12 plus or minus 2. That's too big, isn't it? A has to be between 0 and 5. So something has gone wrong. Back to the drawing board. Okay, let's do this again. All right, this distance here to the center, that's a minus h squared, the distance squared, I should say, r squared equals a minus h squared plus 3 minus 1 squared. Okay, and then this one here, same idea, r squared equals 8 minus h squared plus 4. And then this last one there, r squared equals h minus a squared, and then minus 1, yeah, that's plus 16. So it's the same as the first one, so it doesn't give me anything useful. So I can say a minus h squared plus 16 equals 20. And then 8 minus h squared plus 4 also equals 20. So that should give me the h. 8, that's a 16, square root is a 4, plus or minus 4. So h equals 8 plus or minus 4. Okay, so it could be 4 or 12. And if I sub that back in there, I get a minus h squared equals 4. So again, square root and 2 plus or minus 2. So a equals h plus or minus 2. So I have to go, I can't put a 12 in for h, so that's ruled out. So it has to be 4 plus or minus 2. So it's either 6 or 2. Oh, and it has to be less than 5, so it has to be 2. Okay, we got the a and the h now. Good. But the h is what I cared about, because now I have the circle. It's x minus h, which I said is 4, squared, plus y minus 1 squared equals root 20 squared. Yeah, so I think I have the circle now. The circle looks like it's this, and I found the a as well. That's 2, 3, and that's 2 minus 5. And if I wanted to convince myself I was right, I can make sure 2, 3 satisfies this equation. So 2 minus 4 is minus 2 squared is 4, and then 3 plus 1 is 4, that's 16, that works. And then the bottom one, 2 minus 5, so that will be 4 again, and then that one works. And then 8, 1, so that's 4, 16 plus 2 squared 4. Yeah, okay, I think I'm right.